Hello! We're here! We did it!
Yay!
Welcome to week 8 of Allies of Justice. How you guys doing?
We're doing great.
Pretty chill.
Kill some of our brothers.
Yeah, Harvey didn't fuck my shit up, so we're good. And Anthony didn't know what Harvey was, so.
Okay, just put him on blast.
Who the hell is Kronk and how is he messing up your game?
Fuck off.
I remembered last minute.
Last minute. No, you had like your girlfriend or whatever remind you.
Oh, she told me like last night we have another hurricane apparently.
We have 2 hurricanes? Oh god. What?
Yeah, it's Harvey and I'm Irma. I don't know how you pronounce it.
I'm in Bermuda and it's all over the freaking news here. How can you not?
Anyway. Because you're in Bermuda and it's all over the news here. I'm in Georgia where it's safe and I have no issues
It's all
worrying
over the
about the
news
rest of the
here
world.
too. In fact, my college had flyers saying Harvey protection or whatever. Like, hey, donate for these people. So,
Well, yeah, I know about Harvey, but you just said there's a second hurricane. What is the second hurricane?
Irma, I think you pronounce it.
Irma? What? Looking this up. Hurricane.
That.
If I could spell hurricane, please. Oh. Irma.
H-U-R-R-I-C-A-N.
Irma? God, that is weird to say.
Whoa, Anthony, did you just?
No, you don't know my trick. I put hurry, I came.
Okay.
You guys don't know how to
And
spell
eventually,
hurricane?
something somewhere is gonna autocorrect it.
I was writing it and I was like 3 letters off and I was mad at
I'm
myself.
starting to think you and I are the only smart people in this call, other than Ash, of course.
We're the aware.
I'm a
people.
situational smart.
You know what, Kelsey? I'm gonna remember those words when you're dying and I can save you.
You're really, you can save the healer.
Yeah. When you're running away from all those spiders and you're having a panic attack, I won't be able to save you.
Crystal's not afraid of
Around
spiders.
the
I am.
Let's go ahead and jump into where we should be.
Yes, let's do that.
Anyone want to do a recap?
Oh yes. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Last time on ESPN Sports, we had this encounter.
Oh my god.
Our last session, we started off with the group. We had planned to do a shorts interval. We never got around to that. We had some issues going on in town. After returning with the girl, seeking her to get care at the Green Shell. I don't know what the secondary adjective for that place would be but we met a young or perhaps old, we're unable to tell because of how they look, seraphim, that some of us may know the race of, but some of us may not. Her name was Ravi. I try to say that with a straight face. I really do. It's so hard. It's so hard to say that with a straight face. Well, her real name is Gravielle, but she told us to call her Gravi. She was very kind and generous to us and started to work on a project of getting Adze a leg, which is just all around nice. So if you ever meet Gravi in real life, treat her well. After that, our group started to depart around the town. I remember that some of us wanted to speak a young Carness woman, hopefully still trying to get another way of getting the leg in case the situation with Gravi does not pan out well. Meanwhile, Bear, who has been AFK for the last 2 sessions, mind you, is back inside of the room at Madam Mama, oh goddamn, every time.
Mama.
Babadook.
Babadook, yeah, just Babadook. Just old lady Babadooks. Right, Bear's back there, and Connor is with him, keeping a watchful eye out, probably getting up to shenanigans and getting drunk and disrobing their clothes together, but no one's talking about it.
Wink, wink.
Like I told you, get your fan fiction ready. Meanwhile, our party, who was going to meet the young Carness woman, has been assaulted. I was trying to say that, but then I
Ambushed.
Ambushed. Oh, that's a better word. Thank you. Ambushed by an unlikely gang of people who wish to do ill intent to them. Or so we have acknowledged it in the moment. How this goes, we shall find out.
Also, the Crag befriended the Crux.
We're still not sure.
And was super upset that I'm no longer his enemy, so I can't get the bonus sense motive on
Probably
him.
an elaborate setup. We're not sure about it yet.
No, it is an elaborate setup because I'm failing my rolls on him now.
Just waiting for the moment where he's alone with the Crux, and then like the Crux is like poisoned and he's dying, and he's like, he too, and he just looks at him. I'm pretty sure something like that's gonna happen. I just can't believe Kronk and the Crux are friendly. It's kind of blowing my mind.
It's my second OTP.
So as we jump back into the game, we divulge back into the world of Requiem, Allies of Justice. As a scene opens up, we move past a tree line that's obscured by a light growing fog in the area, cascading off of the sea. Once we move past, we see our three heroes plus the Crux currently surrounded by 4 armed assailants, each of them looking menacing in the face and malcontent, bleeding from their just body motions. As the one in the front speaks up to our heroes, stating, better have something good on you, or we're just gonna have to take the enjoyment out of you.
Oh, shit.
Or
I'd say looks like Kronk.
I was stretching. I'm sorry.
Perfect.
Or what, around the street you guys are only worth about 200 a head?
Do we know these?
Or you team up with me, take down your boss, and we split that loot that he has hidden.
Us? Take out Gank Boss? You're joking.
I think it's either that or some of you are going down now.
You fancy yourself with a blade? Shorty? The one in front of you moves closer, like bearing the distance, a cocky grin over his face.
A voice
No
from the
more
sky
publicity.
instigates.
Than you will ever know.
Go ahead and roll diplomacy.
It's gonna go great.
It's the most threatening diplomacy I've ever heard.
It have a side of intimidate.
I mean, I have intimidate now.
Now.
It wasn't as high the last time.
This guy's stupid. Come on, man. Let's go ahead and just cut him down and take him what we need off the corpse, as one of the guys behind him says. But the one in front just like puts a hand up, it's like, ah. Just like shushing the one behind him. What makes you think you could take out my boss? Eh?
I know for a fact there's a kingdom already here coming after you.
Kingdom? That's putting it kind of thick, don't you think?
No. Be thick to ignore it. Rather than that, she only wants your leader. At least you guys will have a chance at life.
I don't want just a chance at life. He says, putting the pummel of his axe into the ground and kind of leaning on the head. I want to advance in it.
How are you ever going to advance if Big Brother Gang is going to be there always in front of you. You ain't ever gonna get past him as long as he's standing in your way.
And you're gonna change this?
Yeah.
And what kind of advancements are you offering? It's at this point the other three are kind of looking at the one that's been talking with questionable eyes.
Well, I'm in the midst of starting my own crew. Join me. Eventually we'll have a renown known throughout this new world.
While you're having this conversation, as you're looking about, you see one of them hasn't really taken his eyes off of you, and as you're trying to look for an escape route, he just looks to you and just licks his lips.
Well then.
That's not creepy.
He averts his eyes from him. Looks back over to Crystal, Kronk, then down where he would assume Gub should still be.
Gub
Man.
is almost like a shadow of Kronk.
You can't show fear. No fear. He will see the weakness and take advantage of you.
Smell it.
Yeah. You can't show fear.
Pretty soon you'll smell more than fear.
As the overall demeanor of how everything's going is still pretty negative, minus the one guy that you have the attention of, you watch the one that was standing behind him move up and kind of side panel, so he has his back to your group and turns his face into the ear of the one that's leaning on his axe as he, out of visual sight, just starts whispering in the one dude's ear.
I'm gonna try to read lips. Let's see.
You just said out of visual sight.
I'm gonna try
Like I said,
listen.
his face is out of sight.
Oh, I
Listen.
see. I'm
You can try and
sorry.
listen.
Sorry, you just said whispering in the guy's ear. I thought that means we can see the lips, but whatever.
I'm kind of curious.
Never
about all
assume.
this.
Then I'm gonna do a listen check. Yeah. Listen.
The reason why I was describing it as like that to show that he wasn't showing his face for you to read lips.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it. Listen.
Oh my.
So everyone besides Crystal.
Damn it.
Damn it.
What do you think you're doing here, Thomas? What? Can't look to want to increase my own coffers in this little arrangement? You know the boss ain't gonna be happy about this. The boss doesn't gotta know. You're on a short leash, mate. Don't think I'm not willing to cut that leash if you get too rowdy. As the guy just turns and just gives off a cheeky grin, and then turns back to you guys. As the one standing next to him moves back into his original position. We might have a deal. Though, if we want to make this concrete, I'm gonna need a little bit more than just your word.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Also, proof that you actually have weight to those words.
What about the weight behind your own words? You just threatened to cut off the leash of your brother over there.
Wrong person.
Kind of a man would sacrifice his own crew.
Wrong person, Kronk.
I don't know.
Y'all look the same to me.
They kind of do. Except for one. The one on the bottom left has a
Oh
tan.
my gosh.
The rest of them
God
have
damn
brown.
it. Well, that got fucked up.
If you actually are true to what you say, you're the one trying to convince us, not the other way around, bud. And I think right here, kind of chuckles a bit. You don't have much of a leg to stand on, don't you?
I mean, that's only some of us. That's still kind of rude. He's growing into it.
And against 4 strong, against the 3 of you, yeah, I think the work I'm trying to convince him definitely is more on you than us. So, getting back to what I was saying, if you're really trying to be a new leader and take place of the ganks, I need to make sure you have the balls to do it.
Yeah. And how you reckon that?
Let's move a little bit up the road and wait for somebody to pass by. And we jump them and we see how you handle it.
I mean, if you're gonna start hurting other people, I'm gonna have to start stopping you guys.
Exactly how are you going to replace the boss if you're going to be kind-hearted?
No, simple. Support of everyone inside this place. We'll have more power than your boss will have with fear alone. People will be willing to part with their gold with you, rather than just an idle knife threat.
At this point, the other 3 all start laughing as one looking at you just looks at you in disbelief. Really? People are just going to walk away from their coin purses?
You ever tried doing anything nice in your life?
Yeah, I think I got myself a cat once. Other ones just start chuckling. Go ahead and make a final diplomacy check.
Woohoo!
Now it's time to roll a 10. That would be
That was a time to roll a 10, because I just rolled my own.
Damn it.
Oh. Is it
Was mine
good?
higher?
Let's see.
As he looks at you and kind of puts a hand up, the rest of the men quieting. You know what? Sure. Let's see what you can give us that the boss can't. And then from over his shoulder, Thomas? Don't worry. Like I said, the boss isn't gonna know. He's all the way down south. How is he gonna find out? The one behind him in his shoulder just gives him a cruel look.
I'm gonna sense mode of the statement there.
Which one?
Saying that the boss is down south.
Alright. Doesn't seem to be a lie. though. 1 second.
Oops.
As Thomas turns around to see you guys, I was muted. How about this little arrangement? How about we make it a 35-65 split?
Did he move closer too?
No, that's where he's supposed to be.
Oh, okay. That sounds all right with me.
And as he's saying that, the one behind him moves over here, levels his axe, and attacks Thomas from behind.
No!
Oh my god.
Now, this whole thing, there is initiative. Is it possible to be
We haven't rolled initiative
intervening
yet.
that?
Alright, sorry.
No, initiative technically hasn't rolled yet, so he's moving. I mean, you could try to aid him and yell at him to watch out,
Yeah.
so he doesn't get caught flat-footed.
Yeah. Watch out, Thomas!
As Thomas looks at you, goes wide-eyed, and quickly turns and sees his once axe brother taking a swing to his back. And missing as the axe hits the ground next to him. It's like, oh, is this how it's turning out? Fine. I've been thirsty all day. Now let's roll for initiative.
Yeah, boy.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I got one,
Okay,
guys.
so
Oops, I forgot to put my thingy on.
first time I am playing as in a combat situation.
This is gonna
With
go
one
great.
leg.
Don't worry about it.
How is this gonna? So how are we doing this? Do I just roll simple turn order?
You're always considered prone.
Right, and okay, so
So-
prone is
We go under combat help, status effects. Go down to prone. You lose your critical evade. Your
Mhm.
movement is 90% reduced, and your evasion is reduced by half. So your attack speed is still the same.
okay.
So you move just as fast somehow.
Somehow.
Somehow. And then don't forget to target your character, and then re-roll that and adjust it. Oh, now you're in the neutral party. Adze, what are you doing?
Did you know? Shake, shake, shake.
I mean, you can't outrun me now.
I don't know. What is my evade in that sense? Okay, so I have evade of 12 then.
Yeah. And you have 0 critical evade.
Yeah.
And your movement is reduced by 90%.
Yeah.
So you have like 1 movement.
Right, 90%, like
Oh boy,
it's
do
90%
boy.
of 5.
It technically would still round, but you always have at least 1, unless
Yeah, it's
something
like
is
5
physically
feet.
preventing you.
All right,
Yeah.
so start of the first round. You guys go first. Kronk.
Yeah, we
Gonna do.
well. I'm gonna attempt to do the scathing insult. After I move a little bit over here. I'll be like, see, cowards are worth nothing more than the backstabbing you all are. Can't face me like the man you want.
Oh boy.
I'm trying here. Alright, intimidate.
That against?
The one behind Thomas. I know how.
Ain't no one calling me a coward. That's it.
Okay. Oh boy. I'm going. I'm gonna.
I know, right?
Draw your bow.
I have all my gear right now, so I'm gonna move 5 feet. Actually, no, I'm gonna stay near Crystal.
Yeah.
Actually, you
Good
know what?
idea.
I'm gonna leave my turn. I'm gonna hold my turn until after Crystal to see what she's doing.
Oh, I don't know though.
It's up to you.
I mean, you're the healer. You have abilities. You have, I'm gonna assume, a spell now.
Fuck me, silly.
I'm pretty sure I'd get in trouble for that.
I mean, can I stabilize myself and then Adze?
Already stabilized today.
Oh, fuck
Yeah.
me. Fuck me. Damn it.
Speaking of
Kronk.
which,
Uh-huh.
Yeah. now you go.
I can't see your health bar for some reason. Are you good?
I am good at this time.
Great. I can't. I'm just gonna fucking. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I can't.
Look at your abilities. What
I
do you
know.
have?
I only have my
Well, I'm
shield.
gonna say,
Convoke. Huh?
yeah, you
Okay.
could try that.
Yeah.
Convoke? You want me to try Convoke?
You can try something. You can use your shield. You can
Yeah.
use one of your attacking abilities.
You know what?
What is Krista
I never-
able to do?
You know what? I've never done this in an actual ability or an actual thing. I'm gonna try to attack the one. I think it has that range. Where is burst of 4? One behind Thomas. Convoke. No modifier, I'm assuming.
As
Oh,
that
that
misses.
Fuck.
Oh,
So, describe what happens.
I try to just summon holy magic at him with a firebolt, and it just completely misses. I don't know what you want me to say.
More
He
flavor
wants you to
than
create
none.
the flare.
Huh?
More flavor than none.
yeah.
We have these
I'm
side
not-
conversations every single week out of character. I don't know why you're surprised.
How does Crystal create the dark holy magic?
Is that dark holy magic? Is that regular holy magic? I don't
No,
know.
it's a joke.
Oh,
Because she has a dark affinity.
does she?
Yes.
I-
Yeah.
Adze.
I actually do. Yeah.
Adze.
Okay, yeah, my turn.
Sorry, Ajay.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna start. I know because if they corner me, I'm gonna be fucked. So I'm gonna stay near the healer.
Good
Movement. I'm gonna take out my bow as best I can.
You could have
Um,
behind me if you wanted to. Mhm.
Behind you.
In between
Nah.
Gub Gub.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna stay by your side. Yeah, move and take out my bow, and as an action, I'm going to hunters. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna because since he's the most aggressive right now. I'm gonna Hunter's Eye that guy.
Also
The
make
one
a balance
attack.
check.
Of course.
It's not the guy giving you rape eyes.
What?
I mean, he still has his crutch.
Yeah.
You know, the one sitting there
Still
looking
gotta
at
make a
him,
balance check to
licking
pull
his
out my
lips.
bow.
That's fairly fucking threatening to me.
You've been upgrading balance. Good for you.
Like face.
Yeah.
Balance is one of those ones you kind of want.
As
At
you're
least
able
one.
to keep balance on your crutch while taking out your bow.
This is gonna be horrible. And yeah, Hunter's Eye that guy. That'll be my turn.
Don't you want to use your free attack on him?
Mm.
Or is that the wrong ability?
Do I? No, that is the right ability. Hunter's Prey. And Hunter's Prey is essentially Hunter's Eye. Hunter's Eye just passive. Anyway, I don't want to aggro him just yet, so
Okay.
I'm gonna hold that.
Lick
Well,
face.
no, I'm gonna hold it, but not do it this time. So
Alright.
yes, that will be my turn.
Gub. He runs away.
Yeah, figured.
Of course. Big coward.
What do you expect from the
Five.
crutch?
As Ash made completely clear, he is gone.
It's like, don't run too far, we won't be able to find you.
You don't give a shit. Think he
As
cares?
it is now the enemy's turn. As the Gank brothers, turning on their defectee, start to corral behind you guys and attack you. The one behind you
Okay.
directly comes and runs with his axe drawn and swings it at you, Kronk.
Ah!
It
Look,
misses.
guys, I got the enemies closer.
Good job.
My plan's working.
As he swings his axe and misses. As the one behind Adze and Crystal runs up immediately to Adze's behind and swings
Okay.
his axe.
Okay. Wait. First off, I have an ability now. So let's see. Cripple shot.
How
It costs
ironic.
20 energy. If an enemy moves 15 feet in my direction, this unit can make a basic attack at them, targeting their leg. This doesn't call into call shot modifiers. If I hit after applying damage, consider the attack as a trip. So, let's do a bow attack first, before anything happens. Yeah, modifier 0. He is not Hunter's Eye. No. Does that hit?
That hits.
Okay, so I don't know
That's
how
God
to
evasion.
Yep, that hits.
Yeah.
Next, you roll trip, which in your case, you probably have skill, because you probably didn't buy trip. So it'd be your skill plus a d10.
Cool. Alright. D10. D10 plus my skill. Jeez.
Oh my.
Like, nope!
As he face plants.
you.
Because I
None
cannot
of
beat a
that.
22.
Alright, so
As
that's.
he face plants to the ground, shakes his face a bit from not expecting that, and stands back up.
Yeah, like once that. Yeah, so as he's running towards me after I Hunter's Eye, the other guy, he comes around. I kind of pivot around on my crutch, like. Tutu's like, nope.
Does he need to make
Stay
a
away.
balance roll for that attack?
Yes.
Do I?
Yes, you do.
Okay, cool. Alright.
Alright, you're good.
Yeah, still on his feet.
Yeah, cool. And that was
Foot?
65.
As this one runs past Thomas in a rage from being called a coward directly towards Kronk.
Yeah.
Oh, that hits.
Oh my.
Maybe.
No, maybe.
Oh
No,
no.
maybe. I still call maybe.
As it brings his iron axe down on you, Kronk, for 14 damage.
Oh, hi.
Oh.
Oh, that's fine.
For the record, Ash. Also, these guys are wearing medium armor. My damage is lessened.
No.
Okay. Just keep that in mind because I do have a weak weapon. Also, I've only got so many uses in my bow.
As it's Thomas's turn, as he moves up behind this one, and taking his axe out and planting it towards his back.
Revenge.
And with a grievous growl, the axe plants directly in his back.
Oh, good. Yeah, fuck that guy up.
Alright, round 2. Kronk.
Kronk, with a flick of his knife, begins to hold up his other hand, preparing for an attack, as he attempts to do a defensive attack. Stabbing the stalkers. And I think I combined it. Oops, I need to adjust that too. There it is.
Hey!
That
Where's the
is
critical evade? Oh, sorry. Oh, I thought
I
that
have
was
to be a crit.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I thought that was a crit. But hey, you hit. That's good.
As you bring your sword up and stab with your dagger, hitting him directly in the chest. But around the same time you do, he has his hand. It happens so fast that you just see this spray of blood, and you think you hit true, and you see his hand gripped around your blade, like stopping mere moments before hitting himself in the chest.
But it cut his hand, though.
So
It dealt damage, just not as much as you thought.
Yeah.
okay. All right, and then I'm assuming I'm fast enough.
Yes.
11. Okay. And seeing that, hit location. All right, we're gonna attempt to aim at his arm. The same one that he decided to grab the blade with. So what arm was that? Left, right?
Let's go with left.
It didn't roll.
Might have to give it like a second or something, because sometimes the macro takes a while.
Unless you broke the macro.
Not too.
No,
There it
just
is.
didn't roll.
Hey, you
So-
hit.
You don't know that.
Don't yet. But I'm pretty sure it did.
As you hit.
Yeah, like if they had as much evade as Adze does, then
And as you bring your dagger out and nails him in the arm, he just gives off a shriek of pain and crumples to the ground.
Yeah!
nice.
Adze.
Okay. Okay. Okay, got movement of 1. Yeah. So I'll move back a bit, 15 feet.
Or 5 feet.
5 feet, sorry, that's what I meant.
Make a balance.
Cool.
You're
I
still
mean,
good.
at this point, does he have a chance of failing it?
Yes.
Darn.
I've just been rolling high.
Yeah.
So I keep my balance?
Yes, you do.
Okay, so I move back. And as an action, I'm gonna move my Hunter's Eye over to Lick Face. Since Stalkers is down now. And I get a free action to try to hit him now. So, basic attack. With my bow. And I guess after this, I'm going to roll a balance check as well. May or may not hit. And I think I fall over. I don't know. I don't know what the DC is. Cool. And I am now actually prone.
Good news, if you have a gun, it's extra accuracy.
I don't.
How far away would I have to be for my shield to not have any of the red guys in it? It's a burst
Find
of
bad guys.
Thomas,
How big
Stalker,
is your
other
shield?
guy, or lick face. It's a burst of 4.
So they have to be at least 5 squares away from you
Alright.
in order for them to be out of it.
Try to get me in there though.
I know. I'm
Oh, she's
trying.
going to. She can't.
Don't know.
I
First thing
think-
is gonna-
There.
Would that be?
I'll delete that. Don't worry.
Well, I'm pretty sure I have enough movement to get there. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be 5 squares away from the ones at the bottom,
Step right
and
over
the other
there.
ones on the left will be there. Yeah, 'cause that's 25 there.
And
It should show up here, more or less.
yeah. Okay.
As
Well
you
then.
adjusted range.
Okay. And then. All right. I'm gonna move there, and then I'm going to cast Shield of the Faithful.
Yay!
Shits and giggles.
So describe what happens.
I slam the butt of my staff on the ground, and out of the top of it, a shield or a bubble starts to form until it encompasses both me and Adze, and it surrounds us, hopefully protecting us from the others.
Cool.
I'm getting better at it.
Yeah. Good job.
And Gub-Gub's turn as he moves further into the brush and tries to meld into the shadows.
I mean, he could just run into my bubble. He'd be safe there, probably.
Would he?
Maybe.
You don't know where he's been. His
As-
alignment could have changed.
From behind you, Kronk. This axeman takes his axe and, heaving it in 2 hands, swings it with great strength.
Ooh, what's that great strength having to do with?
Could be flare. Or it could be super strong.
We'll see, won't we?
Yes, we will. No, we will not.
That's
strong.
not right. I think I rolled under somebody else. Yeah, that was Gub-Gub.
The attack is still 84. With an axe, I'm pretty sure that misses.
Yes, it does. So, he swings and misses. as you just hear a whoosh go over the top of your head. And try to run it towards Adze.
Oh,
But
please God, no.
Please don't pass through it.
as he gets right here, he immediately collides into the bubble and then stumbles back.
Aha!
Well,
Fuck.
that makes me feel both good and bad because that ensures that he certainly has very ill intent planned for me.
Which square is he on?
It doesn't really matter.
Really
It does,
doesn't.
because one's within movement range from me and one is not.
Mm.
It really doesn't matter. As he looks at the bubble, confused, putting his hand and like pushing at it, and seeing that he can't move through it, he like tests it with the edge of his axe.
So causes a little bit of HP to go down, I guess.
He like touches it
If
with
he
the edge.
hits. Unless he has 100% accuracy, he still has to roll.
Yeah.
Because somehow you can miss.
With the gigantic ass bubble.
As it deals 14.
Oh my god. Well,
So the
it's
shield,
gone.
the bubbles pop.
The bubble's just gone.
it's gone. Good roll, bastard.
But look, you saved Adze from being attacked and possibly murdered.
Yeah. That's good.
As Thomas just grins and takes his axe and attempt to kill the one at the ground.
Oh boy.
As he just completely bisects him through the body.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And just spits on his corpse. Kronk.
It's like, he had that coming, but, you know, you could still go to gone jail and you still could have made profit off of his body.
Can make
Try
profit off
not
his
to
head.
kill the other. Well, do what you will, but, you know, try not to kill them.
He just grins hungrily.
Yeah.
He should turn on that.
That's going to be a problem we're going to have to deal with later, guys. So, we turn around to the other guy.
Who is promptly named Other Guy.
Well, that's why I said it, as I turn around to the other guy. Just quickly swipe my dagger at him.
Dagger. Do willing right now?
No, I just have a dagger.
No, oh, never mind. I was about to say.
Yeah, that hits.
Keep the contemporary defenses.
Yeah, I am. So it keeps me strong. Alright. Yeah, I gotta adjust my mic. And my crit to 0. So I then bring up my hand. Punch him in the arm. Non-lethal.
Punch.
Punch.
One
Break
punch.
his collarbone. Just shatter it.
Do you have unarmed?
Yes,
Okay.
I have axe, sword, and unarmed.
Yeah.
Damn.
As you punch him, and he just kind of grins, thinking this isn't going to be much. As you actually punch a dent into his arm harder than you actually kidding with your knife, and just kind of takes him off kilter from that.
Nice.
Adze.
Okay, so I believe all I can do with my movement is try to get on my foot, with my thing, right? Or does that cost my movement and my action, like a full
That'll
round
be your
action? for
movement,
me?
and you have to make a balance.
Okay. With doesn't matter. I'm gonna try my hand and my movement and balance to stand myself back up with my crutch.
All right, you're back up on your feet.
Cool. Still have my action, or
Yes.
okay. Action. And I'm gonna have to make a balance check either way. I don't want to waste an attack, and I don't like this guy coming at me. Yeah.
I mean,
I'll,
there's nothing preventing you from attacking while prone on the floor.
mhm.
It just sucks. Normally,
Yeah.
you want to avoid the evasion bit since that's already on you by default. It's just you moving that one square.
Yeah.
That's mostly what you're gaining from standing up.
I'm gonna make a basic bow attack as my action. No modifiers, just to hit.
That might
Once
hit.
again, still doesn't hit.
Oh.
Okay, and let me roll balance.
Oh boy.
Wait. Okay. Oh, right, because that was the exact same roll I did last time, wasn't it? Or something like that. And I have to roll a balance, keep my balance. Does that make it?
Yep.
Okay. Attack speed is 10. Do I have enough speed to attack
Yes.
twice? Okay, I'm going to attack twice. Same as before. Jesus.
That hits.
Wait. I think I still have to roll a balance, don't I? Before we could tell whether that hits or not, right?
No, it hits.
Okay.
That's to see if you stay up.
Okay.
As you deal 11, and it crits.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Minus. As he's just licking his lips in the process. You getting more panicked every time he does it. Getting his axe ready to rush you down. You just fire your second arrow as it lands directly in his arm and just digs into the side of his arm and then into his ribs as he just cries out in pain.
Yeah, boy.
Ooh boy. Still gotta roll a balance though, right?
You already did.
No, I didn't.
Oh, it was for the other attack.
Yeah.
Alright, you're still on your feet.
Cool.
Oh boy.
And I have Hunter's Prey on him. I could still attack.
You could.
Also, that's 2 useless damage. Keep that in mind. Yeah, I don't like the way he looks at me. Just another basic bow attack. Does that one hit?
It does. And
Okay.
you watch as he takes this hit, not in stride, as you nail him in the left leg, and he looks down, doing the Ace Ventura yell before crumpling to the ground unconscious.
Whew. And yeah, I'm good. He's unconscious now. I don't need to try and attack him another time. Yeah.
Oh boy. Just stop.
Nope, I'm down.
Well, with that happening, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run over to Azzy's dumbass. And I'm gonna try to help him up.
Thank you. Well, at least I'm not completely useless.
No. No. Super far. You're never gonna catch that.
I mean, let's see.
You're never
Yeah,
going to catch that.
You're
Okay,
totally.
but I'm actually checking the distance here, though. No, he's out of range. Damn it.
If you
Yeah, you'll-
move one, you'd be able to get him.
No, I need 70. And yeah, 75.
Yeah,
How
You
far
move
is
one
it?
square, he's 70.
No. If I move, he'll be at 75.
Oh no. He
I'm currently at 80.
Okay, I see.
As
Oh,
Thomas takes this time, just like, well, it's a
Please
pleasure to be working with you, boss. He says with a smirk to you, Kronk, but in a moment of complete ignorance of what you said, hefts his axe and drops it on Lickface.
Of course.
Roll to hit and miss.
He misses.
Good.
God damn it, Thomas! Don't. As he says, while Crystal's holding him up.
Yeah, we're just gonna hobble over there.
But as the fight kind of degrades, because I don't think any of you can keep up with him.
No.
No.
Well, Crystal,
I mean, you want
What?
me to?
you can, is all I'm saying.
I'm the only one that could, and you want to know how well that'll turn out? Not very good.
The option is there. I'm giving you the option.
I have a question. If I were to move 5 feet on my turn, and then hold.
You went quiet.
I can't hear you anymore.
I think your mic unplugged.
Life is just terrible for Ante and Philip.
I think his battery died. Nothing.
No.
No.
Oh, it's fine. As the scene transitions, we
Yeah.
find ourselves back at the hut you guys
Hello?
rented.
I can hear you. We can hear you.
You hear me?
Yeah.
You can. Good. All right. I was asking.
We'll come back later.
Okay.
Bear currently in Connor's face right now. Mischievous smirk over his snout after finding out the truth that Connor does in fact own hairy nipples.
Oh my god. Gross. This is the start of a fan fiction.
Connor, seeing Bear so close to him inside his personal space, the quite large creature hard to ignore, he closes his book promptly and he says, "Bear, would you like to sit down?"
Oh yeah, Connor. He looks at you doing a two-eyed wink.
Connor stares at Bear and then shakes his head. He says,
Maybe you would
Can't
like to
believe-
cuddle.
and he pauses to look at Bear when he says this, and he says, "No, I would not like to cuddle, Bear." He sighs.
I'm pretty
Bear.
soft.
He looks at Bear in exasperation, and he says, "But regardless of whether you're soft or not, I would not like to cuddle. I am quite content to be on my own right now."
Why don't you give it a try? We could even share my pickles.
Connor looks at Bear and he says, "No, thank you, Bear." And with this, he stands up and he kind of closes his book, looks at Bear, and like steps out of the room to like stand on the front porch. If there's a front porch, I know this is kind of like a little room, so I don't know if we have like a little way to like just watch the village.
You can't see the village. You're in the forest itself.
Okay. So yeah, he'll just step outside to watch nature for a bit. Bringing his bag with him. When he does, he says, "No, Bear, I would not like to cuddle. I would not like to hold you, and please refrain from the physical contact."
As you turn around, finishing that with a period, you just look into Bear Fur as he's just like shadowed behind you. It's like, oh, Dutchin can come later.
What? He says, and then he kind of like turns around to face Bear and steps back from him. And then he looks at Bear confused for a moment, and then he reaches into his bag. And it's like, no, my alcohol's still there. And he says, what's wrong with you, Bear?
You say almost completely covered with hair, or are we talking just baby bear cub covered with hair?
Connor looks at Bear and he says, what is your concern with hair and what it covers? It kind of gives him like a strange look. He's like, what's going on here? He doesn't quite get it yet.
Go ahead and make a listen check.
A listen check? Ooh la la, listen. Yay! Ah! Yay!
You hear some rustling below you.
Big old 5. Let's see. How about Bear?
Pretty sure he's in the same. Yeah.
He's in the same boat.
So yeah, you guys continue your conversation.
Connor says, look, Bear, you're being far too strange for me to care about right now. Says, I've had a troubling couple of days, and to be honest...
Maybe you would like a massage.
He looks at Bear and he says, no, Bear, I would not like a massage. And then he just reaches into his bag. What I want right now is some peace, some quiet, and some time to reflect on my decisions in the last few days.
Oh, it's okay.
Joining...
Crystal's going to euthanize Adze. You don't have to think about that.
And he looked at Bear and he says, she will not euthanize Adze. He says, if that is the way your traveling companions conduct business, then I am almost certain that I do not want to be here.
Oh, it's cruel to let Adze just walk around like that.
Adze will recover in time, Bear, he says.
Oh, we just have to wait for Crystal to euthanize him.
Shaking his head, he starts to like realize that Bear will not quite grasp this concept, and he'll say, look, Bear, you are strange as the hidden secrets beneath the sun, but we are in a party together now, and perhaps it would do us good to get to know each other. And he pulls out like his bottle that he keeps inside his bag, and he says, would you like to share a glass of alcohol?
He just chuckles and it's like...
He frowns, looks at Bear. Do you not drink, my friend?
It's been a while since someone took Bear on date.
What? He says, and he kind of like steps back. He says, Bear, are you implying that you have romantic feelings for me? And he kind of scowls at him.
I mean, once I see your nipples, I'll decide fully.
He says, oh my God, this is happening. Oh. And then he looks at Bear and he's like a bit scared. And he says, Bear, listen.
For the first time, he gives you a one-eyed wink.
Kind of nervously laughs and he steps back a little bit more. He says, Bear, I have no issues with your feelings, but you must realize that I'm a married man. And he shows his hand. He's got a little silver ring on it. He's like, I'm quite content with my wife, he says.
And so was the captain. And so was the captain.
He throws his hands up to his head and he's like, oh my God.
No, as he's saying that, he kind of turns away from you and looking out to the distance towards the sea, longingly.
Connor says, oh my God. I can't believe this is happening right now. I'm not flattered. Am I flattered? He says, but no. Just, Bear, this will never be, he says.
Ship it.
We don't have to move too fast. Bear's willing to wait.
Connor gets a frustrated growl in his mouth and he says, Arr! And then he's just like, just drink, Bear. And then he pours him a glass and he pours himself a glass. He immediately downs it and pours himself another glass. No, man, just no.
As he's just laying on his side, rubbing his stomach. It's very soft.
Bear just
As he's just slowly like lapping the alcohol with his tongue.
Bear turns away from him in disgust and frustration and looks out towards the forest. He says, I have joined a band of people who seem not to care for life itself. He says, this puts me a spot check. Spot. Look at that amazing 4.
Oh my god, you would be so dead if the group ever left you alone.
That's kind of.
You guys are terrible.
I told you he's ditzy. Like he just does not pay attention to things. That's why it took him so long to realize what Bear was talking about. And then he says, "I can't believe I've joined this party. It sets me back on what I desire for so much, but I see no way."
Oh, I think it's destiny.
Connor looks at him and he says, "Do you really, truly believe in destiny, Bear?" He says.
How else would you find me?
Connor shaking his head with what he says.
I even remember when we first met. I held you in my arms, and then I think I went blind for a couple of minutes, but it's okay.
He looks at Bear. He says, "You realize that I made you blind, right? That was not a how do I say that? That was not a romantic feeling you felt." And he pauses to look at Bear, concerned.
Or maybe you blind me with your beauty.
Connor actually like chuckles a bit and he says, "It does not end with this one." Then he laughs to no one but himself. And he says, "No, Bear, no." 5.
So
All right, and then, yeah, go ahead.
So tell me how you grew your hair.
Oh, I have not cut my hair since I was 20, perhaps, he says. And then he reminisces and looks out to the stars and he says, there was a time where I had contemplated cutting it a couple of years back. My children, you see, they used to pull my hair when they were little and I could not stand it. But...
you had cubs too.
Yes, you have children. He looks at Bear.
Oh, no, just brothers and sisters. Bear was talking about mother and father.
I see. Well, there's nothing quite like having children, he says, Bear. It changes your entire life.
Bear wouldn't know about that.
Connor says, you might know if you find you a lovely lady bear, perhaps with hairy nipples, he says. And he kind of like looks at him like expectantly.
You watch as his body does like a shudder, and he kind of just chuckles to himself. Looking like that struck some kind of a chord. To what extent, you're not sure.
Connor says, you are a strange person, Bear. You're so strange. And he says, I've never met a creature quite like you. Both dumb and seemingly intelligent at the same time, but also so odd in your behaviors.
It's okay. Bear can wait for your love to blossom.
Do not wait too long, Bear. I can assure you it will be a very impatient one. Kronk rolling 1d100. What? Okay, never mind. Get sidetracked by the chat. Connor looks at Bear one more time and he says, what do you think they are doing right now with this Carness woman? He says, do you think they will find a way to get Adjay's lick?
He shrugs. Maybe. Or maybe Carnay's woman helped Crystal.
Connor looks at Bear again. He turns back to look at him. He says, for the last time, Bear, she is not going to euthanize Adjay.
I mean, making Adjay easier to walk.
He looks at
Crystal's
Bear.
only one that seems to be doing that.
He looks at Bear, almost expecting him to lie and reveal Sin's motive, like he doesn't know what he's talking about. Is this really how Bear feels? Or is he actually being serious with like the thought that she'll help him walk again, or is he still like on the euthanize thing?
Yeah, he only thinks that Crystal's the only one doing active things that keep Bear to walk. Or not Bear, adds
Yeah.
walking.
He says, well, it may seem so, but I can assure you, despite my newness to this group, I would like to see our fellow party member or comrade walk again. So briefly,
He used to be a lot happier when he had 2 legs.
I can imagine losing a limb is a painful experience. And he says, my wife once lost a little finger, and he says, it, while not grievous, was very troubling to her. It took a long time to adjust. And sometimes, he says, and he gets a little bit like misty when he says this, he says, sometimes I could see her staring at it wistfully. And he says, I cannot describe the pain that I felt when I did see this.
Bear kind of turns and just looks at you, waiting for your moment to pass for you to gain composure, but being patient enough to wait.
Yeah. After like a couple of moments, Connor will kind of like shake his head and say, "I need more alcohol," and then he'll pour himself another glass after he quickly downs the third one.
You can have some of mine. He holds his glass out at you.
He looks at Bear and he says, "I'm quite content with my own glass." And then he says, you know, if they do find a way to return Ade's leg, sometime soon it would be best. I have hopes that with this party and this group, I may acquire the knowledge I need to return home and save my family. But what is it that you travel for, Bear?
The question seems to take him off guard. What does Bear travel for?
Yes. Is there a reason? Do you wander aimlessly with no higher purpose or goal in sight, he says.
Bear just doesn't want to be abandoned again.
Connor turns to look at Bear again. He says, "You were abandoned by who?"
He paused at the question. It's like, oh, too depressing to talk about. As he laps up the rest of the alcohol and holds out the glass for more.
Yeah, Connor will pour him another glass and he will say, "I'll drink to that," and he says. And he downs his fourth glass and pours himself another one. And he says, "You know, Bill, I don't quite like sitting around and being mopey. Would you like to go out?" And he says,
"Yes!
So young, we could find something to entertain ourselves with."
Oh, actually move to go out. Oh. Okay.
Oh, what? And he calls, and he kind of like blushes a little bit. He says, "No, not like that, Bear."
You little tease.
He laughs again nervously, and he says, "This is going to be a strange relationship we have, Bear. Not relationship. Ah, damn it, lost." And then he shakes his head. "Just walk with me, Bear," and he says. And with that, he'll like kind of look back towards Bear, make sure he's coming, then he'll start walking towards the way back to the village a little bit.
Yeah, he would follow.
All right. Connor, let's say, Bear, our friends, your friends, I've recently met most of them, but I seem to quite be taken with them. They seem fairly nice after you get past their roughness, especially Croc. He was very rude when we first met, by the way. And he kind of like looks at Bear with crossed eyes for a second. He's like, it was really rude. But I really do hope that we can find young Adze a way to be mobile again. Do you have any ideas on the matter, Bear? Like, I know that we've discussed this before, but you seem to be quite quiet on the matter. You seem to think that euthanizing him was the only option. But if you would help him get better, how would you do it?
Maybe we get him drunk.
We get him drunk, he says, in like puzzlement. And then he kind of asks, leading forward into.
Well, when Bear had to watch Baby Bear brother, Mama Bear got Baby Bear drunk, and then took him out to sea.
Bear, are you suggesting that your mother left your brother at the sea?
Oh no, she didn't leave him.
What happened, he says.
Mama Bear had to euthanize my brother.
Connor kind of winces a little bit when he hears this, and he says, Bear, how tragic. And he looks back at Bear with almost a sorrowful look on his face, and he says, Come, we have had enough depressing talks for tonight. Let's go find...
Oh no, it's not depressing.
And he looks at Bear in surprise. It is not depressing that your mother euthanized, killed your brother.
Death isn't bad. Us Ursaring don't care about death.
Connor says, that is a strange outlook. Well, rather not strange, but one I cannot for myself see. I fear death, Bear. I fear it deeply. There's not enough time in the world I wish to spend with those I love, and I would hate to see it cut short.
Mama Bear taught all our cubs. Death is something that we need to look in face and growl.
Connor will nod his head at that, and he says, yes, if death does come, Bear, we will go down swinging. And he says, look, I can see the village up ahead.
So, moving as you guys continue on in the distance, slowly following the trail to lead to the rest of the group and their little encounter. This is the time we're going to take a break.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So thank you guys for watching. We're going to be back in about 10 to 15 minutes. It's time to use the restroom, all that fun stuff, and we will see you guys back here then. Peace.
That was amazing. I loved that entire conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.